Hi there, I'm Jules. Nice to see you. The word of the day today is jet. You know, like the thing you fly in the air, like the dangerous Boeing 737s, those things. If you'd like to know why jet is the word of the day, watch my next video and then read the description to find out. Hey babes, Hey babes, this is Astrologaster part 10. I can't believe we've been playing this for this long. This might be the game that I've played the longest. I just really want to get to the end. I just want to finish everybody off. That sounded really not what I meant. You know what I mean. That's the best way I can describe it. That's right. I told Alice that her husband is dying.
Hear ye, hear ye! Traitor loses head after losing mind. Earl of Essex gets the chop for treason. Hear ye!
Oh my god. Traitor loses head after losing mind. Earl of Essex gets the chop for treason. On this day, the 25th day of February, in the year of our Lord 1601, Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex, was executed for treason. The execution follows yesterday's trial, at which he was found guilty of leading a failed plot against the realm. Formerly a favourite of both Her Majesty and the London public, the Earl's surprising betrayal of both Queen and country has shocked the nation. Oh my god, they killed him? Jeez.
If you try to argue with her, you will have no luck. She'll twist and turn your logic till your reason comes unstuck. Chastise Mary who you like, she will not give up. Will not give up.
All right.
Well met, Mistress Payne. How fare you this day?
Most well indeed, sir, for I am just come from taking my niece on an outing to Tower Hill. 'Twas to see the execution of the traitor Robert Devereux.
Ah, yes, Lord Devereux. What a tragic end to a promising career.
And such a lovely beheading they gave us. My niece and I very much enjoy the hangings at Tyburn, but a beheading is so much more elegant, is it not? Verily, 'tis a better class of execution, I find, and the royal executioner did go down on Devereux with such skill. A single stroke was all it took to give us the traitor's head.
Aye, 'tis true the royal executioner gives excellent...
But I have no time to tarry here and gossip with you, Dr. Forman. I am come on a matter of great concern, and you are just the man to help, methinks. For your prediction that Elizabeth's reign would endure was true. Whilst the Queen does have the appearance of being naught but a painted corpse propped up on a throne using artfully placed cushions, she is, in lore at least, still alive. Praised be!
Ah, indeed. Praised be. And what is this new matter that concerns you?
'Tis that England is filling up with foreigners. Indeed, 'tis been going on for so many years now that in London 'tis rare to hear anyone discoursing in the English tongue any more. The city is crawling with continentals.
Ah, then I take it you do not enjoy your visits to the city of London.
Oh, nay, I have never been to London. For as I did just say, 'tis crawling with continentals, and Lambeth will soon suffer the same fate if we do not act. Why, only the other day, I spied a continental on the high street. A monstrous ogre of a man he was. And as for his face... his eyelashes were so fair, he had the appearance of having none at all.
Ah, yes, the Netherlanders. 'Tis true the people of the Netherlands can be fair of hair and tall of stature.
And 'tis surely no coincidence that Lambeth has suffered an increase in crime of late. We do not feel safe, Dr. Forman. Every night we ladies of Fore Street do shiver in our beds at the thought of these frighteningly large men.
I do not doubt it, madam. Now, let us see whether the stars might allay or confirm your fears. Should the residents of Lambeth be concerned about an influx of continentals?
Okay. Should the residents of Lambeth be concerned about an influx of continentals? Lambeth residents' relationship with the continental immigrants is in danger of turning violent. Uranus falling in Taurus. This suggests violence, house of relationships. Some continentals are lying about why they're in Lambeth. They are come here to rob Lambeth residents of our household possessions. We must not be deceived. Neptune in retrograde. This advises a reversing a deception. House of possessions. Our duty lies with our domestic concerns, which should take priority. The moon. This represents domesticity. House of duties. Our queen has been waging war on the continent. The sun. This represents an authority figure. The queen. Mars. This indicates war. House of foreign countries. Unpleasantness in the name of religion has caused death and destruction. Venus in detriment in Aries. This indicates unpleasantness. Pluto. This represents death and destruction. House of religion. The residents of Lambeth are being somewhat hypocritical. The stars advise countering this hypocrisy. Jupiter in retrograde in detriment. This advises countering hypocrisy. House of neighbors. I like that one, but I feel like that's going to piss her off real bad. Continental immigration will enrich England's legacy with culture and innovation. Mercury. This represents education. House of legacy. Youths who have lost their sense of discipline are involved. Saturn exalted in Libra. This represents austerity. House of children. Involved in what? I'm going to say that one. That one doesn't seem too bad. It might piss her off a little, but not as bad as B.
Madam, I may assure you that if there be a rise in criminality, the Continentals are not to blame.
Then who is to blame?
May I suggest the youth of this day? The youth of this day are customarily blamed for social ills, and in this instance it would seem justified, at least according to the stars. As for the Continentals, it appears that elements of their culture and expertise may one day serve to enrich ours. Consider, for example, the additional dining options they have brought with them to England. Indeed, do we English not tire of our dreary custards and dull mutton roasts?
Well, in truth, I am a little partial to their... What are those puffy pancake things with the crisscrosses on them?
Waffles, I believe.
Aye, I will own I am partial to those Netherland waffles. But pish, Dr. Forman, you learned man and fancy folk may discourse all you like about having your dinner tables enlivened with foreign cookery, but who is it that suffers when desperate Continentals go a-robbing our houses and a-troubling our women? 'Tis us ordinary folk, 'tis who. I will have my husband write to Lambeth Palace and tell the Archbishop we will have no more of these Continentals in Lambeth. Blessed day, Dr. Forman.
Whatever. Skank. Querent, Mary Payne. Scene, February 25th, 1601, at 1. The querent did come with fears of an influx of continental immigrants. I did suggest to the querent that continental migrants were a welcome addition to English society. Methinks the querent took my advice a little ill. Yeah, 'cause she's racist. I wonder when Mr. Payne will be getting home from the butcher's. I could do with a lovely big bit of gammon this evening. Okay.
Hear ye, hear ye! Dean of Rochester Cathedral dies. New Dean pledges to refurnish empty cathedral. Hear ye!
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Dean of Rochester Cathedral dies. New Dean pledges to refurnish empty cathedral. Local residents were saddened this day by tidings of the death of Thomas Blogg, Dean of Rochester Cathedral. He leaves behind a wife, Alice Blogg, and children John, Thomas, Cornwallis, Edmund, Nicholas, and Francis. Geez, that's a lot of kids.
Humphrey man, and his is our reward, for it is not enough to leave my father, Lord. For you we sigh, we true and swoon, when we see you entering the room.
The way this guy talks is so modern.
Good day, Mr. Bell, and well met. I recall you were hoping for a pay rise. How did that go?
Well, I got a pay rise, innit? I took your advice about banding together with the other hired men and gabbing about how much coin we was getting. Turns out, another one of the lads weren't getting paid enough for his lady parts neither. So, we all refused to do our rehearsals until the boss man fixed it.
Well done, Mr. Bell. I must say I am most proud of you.
But this day, I am come about my skin. She's so clapped, I need twice as much ceruse as normal.
Ah, yes, Venetian ceruse, the white lead and vinegar paste ladies and players use to whiten their faces.
You have to fix it for me, Doctor, for my role in Mr. Shakespeare's new play. I'm to play a lady who disguises herself as a lawyer.
A lady cunningly disguised as a lawyer? Forsooth, how original. But I see not why you need worry over your complexion. Having a sound grasp of Latin and a talent for eloquence are the usual qualifications of a legal advocate, are they not? Is it verily necessary for this lawyer to have beauty as well?
Well, Mr. Burbage seems to think so.
These are enlightened times, and we must have confidence in our audience that they will accept, even welcome, the notion of a lady of learning, as long as she be lovely enough to lie with.
I see. And 'tis true your skin is looking a little less than lovely at present. Let us see if we may find a remedy for it in the stars. What is the matter with Humphrey Bell's face, and what may be done to improve its appearance?
What is the matter with my skin, and what might be done to fix it up? Humphrey suffers from melancholy, a condition that can make the skin appear pale in appearance and induce fanciful imaginings in the mind. Mercury, this indicates a psychological factor. Libra, ruler of the skin. Humphrey suffers from distemperature of the liver occasioned by some kind of poison. The moon, this suggests the illness will be temporary. Sagittarius, ruler of the liver. Humphrey is troubled with ugliness. Pluto in retrograde, this suggests the illness will get worse before it gets better. Aries, ruler of the face. That is so rude. I'm not going to say he's ugly. Oh my god. I feel like the face powder is poison. Kind of Apothecary Diaries style.
The stars indicate that your skin troubles are occasioned by the ceruse paste you're applying to your face. The lead it contains is causing your scabs, and, if I am not mistaken, some thinning in your hair. But these are merely indications of a greater trouble it is causing, a distemperature of the liver. You must no longer apply lead to your face, Mr. Bell.
What you mean, like, 'tis poisonous or something?
Oh, nay, lead is not poisonous. You merely seem to have a sensitivity to it, is all. I will write you up a prescription to take to an apothecary. He will concoct you a paste from alum, tin ash, and sulphur as a replacement for the ceruse you have been using. And to hide the damage to your skin, you might apply the white of a raw egg to your face. 'Twill act as a kind of glaze over your complexion.
So all this will fix my face, yay? Zow! I thank you kindly, Dr. Forman.
Okay. Querent, Humphrey Bell. Scene, September 4th, 1601 at 9. The querent did wish to know what the matter with his skin was, and asked what might be done to improve its appearance. I did tell the querent that his face was afflicted by the lead he was using to whiten his face. I did prescribe him an alternative beauty treatment. Methinks the querent was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Alright. I shall be the best man playing at being a woman, playing at being a lawyer Mr. Burbage could ever ask for. Alright. Test. This is a test. Oh,
Mr.
no.
Forman, doubtless I need not explain why you have been brought before the College of Physicians this day. We have been informed that you persist in practicing medicine without a license, in defiance of the law and in spite of previous warnings given you by myself and my distinguished colleagues. How do you answer this charge? Well, what do you have to say for yourself, sirrah?
I say that I am a good doctor, and that my many years of experience have allowed me to perfect my methods as a true physician.
You would dare speak of your methods, Mr. Forman? We are informed that you write your patients' names and complaints in a notebook, doubtless all the better to blackmail them with.
Ah, yes, my case books. Indeed, sir, 'tis most useful to be able to remember a querent's history.
Furthermore, you use astrological readings not simply to predict the course of an illness or judge the best time for a treatment, as good medicine teaches us, but you find the cause of the disease in the stars. You refuse to examine your patient's urine for this purpose.
Well, yes, for...
And you would dare claim that in these past years you have gained medical knowledge and skill from mere experience? Then I invite you to provide proof of it now. You will submit to an examination.
Crap. Which humor does Saturn rule over? We're going to go back to the handy dandy Google. Let's see. See, I don't want to get these wrong because I don't want him to, like, get executed or something. I'm not looking up anything else, just these. I want to say... Okay, I'm going to say black bile. Someone with an excess of black bile may exhibit... a melancholic temperament? Which planet rules intelligence? Mercury? Which zodiac rules the head? Aries?
Silence! Simon Forman, it is clear to me the answers you have just given were not your own, and that they were provided to you this day by some unnatural means. Such foul trickery and dark magic will not be tolerated within these walls. Remove this charlatan, this carnival quack from my sight.
What, again? I demand to speak with my legal counsel. You will regret this.
Crap. I thought I got that right. Mail. Sir, it was with shock and distress that I did learn of your current situation. But worry not, Dr. Forman, for you will be freed from jail this very day. I bade my husband, Lord Dyer, exert his influence on your behalf. But I must warn you that the College of Physicians cannot be obstructed for long, and that you verily ought to procure a medical license. Your querent and most assured friend, Lady Emma Dyer. Aw, that's so sweet. I got people watching my back.
Alice Black has suffered woe. Life has brought her very low. Mayhap there be some solution, though. Read the stars and we shall know.
Alright, yeah.
Well met, Alice, dear friend. Since your husband's death, I have oft thought of you. Fare you well?
Oh, Forman, I am sorry for not coming to see you sooner, for I was grateful for your warning about Blag's illness. It gave me the sense to bide with him in his final hours. It was only then that I did realize how much I did love the old fool, despite his mump-headed nature and his leaving me and the children with not a penny between us. But the day after he passed, I came upon a note he had writ for me. I warrant that was your idea, was it, Forman?
It may have been.
Then I thank ye for it, Simon. For 'twas a comfort to be left something to remember him by, even if it be the only thing he did leave me. But things are better since I did become Mistress Maysay.
Then you have remarried?
Aye, 'twas the only means of putting a roof over our heads and meat in our bellies. And Mr. Maysay is a kind man. Oh, but Forman, we may not have our roof much longer. Maysay has threatened to leave me.
The brute!
Well, to be fair, I suppose I did fail to apprise him of the full extent of Blag's debts, which are, as you know, not inconsiderable. But what am I to do about it now?
Ah, yes, of course. By marrying you, he is now responsible for the debts of your late husband, according to the law. In sooth, 'tis a high price to pay for a wife. No matter the marital bliss, her bountiful charms and fine qualities do doubtless afford him.
Ah, save it for another day, Forman. 'Tis not your chub-brained flattery I am come for. 'Tis your counsel.
Then let us see if the stars may offer a solution. How may Alice Maysay prevent her husband petitioning for a divorce?
Ooh, Alice. How can I prevent my new husband from divorcing me over my late husband's debts? Mr. Maysay feels nervous about being burdened with Thomas Blog's debts and angry towards Alice as a result. Mars in retrograde. This suggests misdirected anger. Neptune in detriment in retrograde. This indicates neuroticism. House of finances. A family trip might turn things around. Jupiter in retrograde. This recommends travel to turn things around. House of family and friends. God is punishing the deceased Thomas Blog by visiting the evil sins of the father upon his widow and children. Uranus falling in Taurus. This represents evil, house of God's punishment. Thomas Blog's legacy is the debts he has burdened his widow with. The Sun. This represents a mature man, Alice's deceased husband, Thomas Blog, house of legacy. Alice must be realistic and temper her hopes. Saturn, this advises constraint. House of Hopes. I'm gonna do that one. I'm just trying to be hopeful.
Alas, you have little hope of calming your new husband's feelings about your late husband's debts. But the stars suggest that your family might go abroad, and thus put yourself out of the reach of Blag's creditors. You must do this without delay.
Go abroad? You mean where foreigners live?
Aye. My chart also suggests that you find some creative solution to ensure your husband's cooperation in such a project. Has he ever expressed an interest in the New World colonies? Or perchance you might suggest an extended tour of Roman antiquities.
Nay, but I will put my mind to it. But if we do go abroad, this is doubtless the last time I shall ever see you, Forman.
Oh. Was that the last time? Yep, it was. Querent, Alice Blogg. Scene, February 20th, 1602 at 4. The querent did wish to know how she might prevent her new husband, Mr. Macy, from divorcing her over Thomas Blogg's debts. I did suggest the querent think of a reason for the family to move abroad, where they would find themselves beyond the reach of Blogg's creditors. Methinks the querent was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Coitus post consultatio. Every time, I feel like. Every time. Almost every time. Alright, almost every time. Yes! Come on, Alice, you can do it. Macy was chump-headed enough to marry you, so mayhap he'll go abroad with you as well. You got this, Alice.
Hear ye, hear ye! Nation mourns death of beloved Queen. King James of Scotland tipped to succeed to the English throne. Hear ye!
Oof. All England is in mourning as news spreads of the death of our beloved sovereign, Queen Elizabeth Tudor, oft referred to as Good Queen Bess by her subjects, expired of natural causes on this day, the 24th day of March, the year of our Lord 1603. Although her Majesty left no heir, nor named a successor, her cousin and nearest blood relation, 57-year-old James Stuart, King of Scotland, is rumoured to be travelling down from Edinburgh to be crowned King of England later this week. Uh-oh, someone's gonna be mad at me.
Humphrey Bell, you must not take so ill, for though your beauty does fade, we do adore you still. Our eyes are so wide, our thoughts so unrefined, at the sight of your shapely behind.
Okay.
Good day, Mr. Bell. Oh, I must congratulate you on your performance of the comely lady lawyer in The Merchant of Venice, and methinks your skin is much improved. 'Tis verily glowing.
Aye, Dr. Forman, changing my lead paste for sulphur worked very well. Mistress Burbage says I now look a picture of beauty.
Did she now? Forsooth, 'tis well to hear the troubles with your skin are resolved. Now, what is it you come for this day?
Mr. Shakespeare has written a new play, and I need to look younger if I'm to get a good part in it. 'Tis about an ancient Roman general called Titus Andronicus. I wish to play the role of his comely mother, the Lady Tamara.
You need to look younger in order to play a man's mother, you say. But according to my casebook, why, sir, you are not yet 25 years of age.
Aye, sir, indeed. 'Tis but the business of playing, though, innit? At least, according to Mr. Burbage. He was well vexed when I pointed out how the man played Titus is near as old as I am.
If the stage is not to your liking, Mr. Bell, I invite you to seek employment elsewhere.
All right, then. Let us see what the stars advise. What can be done to make my querent Humphrey Bell appear younger?
What can I do to look younger? Humphrey must undergo a transformation to repair the damage Time's legacy has wrought. Pluto, this advises transformation, House of Legacy. Good angels have bestowed upon Humphrey the talent of artistry, which he can use to improve the appearance of his face. Mercury, this advises creativity, House of Good Angels. This advises that something refined that has been obtained from a foreign country can help him appear younger, but there is cruelty involved. Venus domicile in Taurus. This represents refinement. Uranus falling in Taurus. This advises cruelty. House of foreign countries. Oh? Did my mouse just die? Okay. It is God's will that Humphrey embraces his masculinity as he matures. The Sun, this represents maturity. Mars, this represents masculinity. House of God's grace. Humphrey is out of touch with reality. He cannot reverse the aging process and look younger. Neptune in detriment in Virgo. This suggests being out of touch with reality. House of the Querent. Humphrey's bosses are impossible to please, and Humphrey should be pessimistic about his ability to reverse the aging process. The Moon falling in Scorpio. This represents being impossible to please. Jupiter in retrograde. This represents optimism in reverse, pessimism. Saturn in retrograde. This represents aging being reversed. Well, that's not what he asked for, so I'm going to say this one. Maybe.
We must address your problem scientifically, Mr. Bell. Youth is characterized by sanguinity, governed by the humor blood. Therefore, we need to give you the appearance of having an abundance of blood. In your cheeks and lips, for instance.
So how do I do that?
With insects.
You what?
One moment while I fetch a pot of them from my cabinet. Now, these are what are called cochineal beetles. Do not be afeard, for they are dead. They have been shipped here from the New World. You must crush a handful of these creatures into a powder, mix it with water, and then apply it to your cheeks and lips.
Beetle juice on my face? I will not lie, that sounds mad. I'll give it a try though.
I like Humphrey. He's up for anything. Querent Humphrey Bell, seen June 20th, 1603 at 10. The Querent desired to know what he might do to appear younger. I did prescribe a dye made from cochineal beetles, to add the semblance of ruddiness to his lips and cheeks. Methinks the Querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. I'm so close! If ladies are using this Beetlejuice thing, it must be on the level. Poor little beetles, though, in it.
All this energy for dinners and parties, but not say, can you conceive of what could be achieved if so to give a man?
That's sad.
Good morrow, Mistress Fortescue. How may I do you, sir?
Oh, Dr. Forman, I have urgent need of your advice. Oh, woe! I know not what I am to do.
On my word, madam, I have never before seen you in such a state. Pray tell, whatever can the matter be?
'Tis my husband, Captain Fortescue. God mend me! He has been implicated in a conspiracy to commit treason.
Ah, yes, your husband, Captain Henry Fortescue. He is a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh, is he not? Oh, methinks I see your problem. For Raleigh has been implicated in a plot against our new king, has he not? 'Tis said the plotters wished to oust the king and install the king's cousin on the throne. Or was Raleigh involved in that other plot? The one to kidnap the king and force him to appoint a more religiously tolerant privy council. In truth, there are so many plots against the English throne these days, 'tis hard to keep abreast of them all.
Indeed, I know not which plot Sir Walter was arrested for, but I have heard tell that the Privy Council seeks to find conspirators amongst his associates. Hence I have been hiding my husband in our cellar and pretending he's still away at sea.
But why would your husband fear arrest? Was he involved in Sir Walter Raleigh's plot?
Nay, he was not. But all London believes that he and Sir Walter are very great friends.
Ah, yes, I see. But what of your own friends, Mistress Fortescue? All those lords, ladies, and bishops who have so oft graced your table, would they not speak in your husband's defence?
Well, dear Emma says she will speak for my husband, but alas, she now has little influence at court on account of some scandals of her own. As for my other acquaintances, they have all disowned me. They decline my invitations, and no one is at home to me when I call upon them. Even Sir Munchelot has stopped speaking to me.
Even your parrot, madam? On my word, that is very cold.
I beseech you, sir, read the stars and tell me how I might save my husband from arrest. Pray assure me he will be safe.
Let us see, then. Is Captain Henry Fortescue in danger of being arrested for treason? If so, what might Mistress Fortescue do to prevent it?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Will my husband be arrested for treason? Is there anything I might do to prevent it? Sybil Fortescue is deluded and has lost touch with reality. Neptune in detriment in Virgo. This indicates being out of touch with reality. House of the Querent. God will punish Captain Fortescue violently for his part in this conspiracy. Venus, this represents cooperation. Mars, this indicates violence. House of God's punishment. The Fortescue family's reputation is dead. They will go down in history as traitors. Pluto, this suggests death. House of Legacy. No. The king will soon be waging a violent war in a foreign country, thus distracting him from hunting for Raleigh's co-conspirators. Uranus falling in Taurus. This represents a violent political event. House of Foreign Countries. Mistress Fortescue may be optimistic about her husband's fate, for the plot against the king will soon be taken far less seriously than it is now. Jupiter, this advises optimism. Saturn in retrograde. This represents the seriousness of a situation being reversed. House of Family and Friends. Potentially. Despite what she may think, Sybil Fortescue can still use her social authority and influence in influential relationships to aid her husband. The Sun, this represents authority. House of Relationships. The intelligent course is for Sybil to keep her distress secret from the world and behave as if she has nothing to fear. The Moon, this represents emotions. Mercury, this represents intelligence. House of Secrets. I like that one. Confidence always gets you places.
Madam, although your friends in the royal court may no longer own you in public, perchance they could be prevailed upon to act on your behalf in private. Verily, madam, I urge you to write to them and bid them use their influence in your family's favour. Mayhap they can quietly speak well of your husband to the king and to the lords of the Privy Council. In the meantime, you must behave as if you have nothing to fear or be ashamed of, as if your husband is full innocent of treason. Hold your head high, Mistress Fortescue.
But oh, Dr. Forman, surely you see how low I am come.
Madam, have you not before suffered the slings and arrows of social misfortune and yet risen victorious?
Well,
You had a house full of guests purging from all their orifices, and yet you did not waver. You suffered an attack upon your mucosal membrane by the most fiendish of New World fruits, those known to affright the bravest of conquistadors, and yet you soldiered on. And after you played the fool before lords, bishops, and countesses, still they thronged for invitations to your luncheons. Truly, madam, are you not a leader amongst women? Reclaim your place at London's dinner tables and use it to save your husband. Take back your Camelot.
Indeed, sir. I shall not be cowed by spiteful wagging tongues any longer. I now go forth to restore my husband's honour and our family's good name.
Fare you well, and Godspeed, Mistress Fortescue.
Aww. Oh, that was it. Darn it. Querent, Sybil Fortescue. Scene, July 10th, 1603 at 9. The querent wished to know whether her husband would be arrested for treason and how she could prevent it. I did advise the querent to write to her friends and have them use their influence in private to aid her husband. I did also counsel her to act as if she had nothing to fear, to help convince the world her husband is innocent. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. I will find a way to save my husband from the tower, for after all, tomorrow is another morrow. Yeah, that's true.
Humphrey Bell, your time upon the stage grows near to its end as you advance in age. But hold, no tears, come down, resign, you're just too old to earn a living wage.
Jeez. Poor guy.
Good day to you, young sir. May I say, your playing of Titus Andronicus's comely mother was excellent. Well, a wondrous performance, Mr. Bell.
Aye, well, they let me play her in the end. Your crushed Beetlejuice thing worked very well. Mr. Burbage decided to keep me in the role when he saw my rosy cheeks and that.
Indeed. Forsooth, I am glad the cochineal beetle treatment proved efficacious.
Ah, well, I'm not so sure I am, innit? My newfound loveliness has stirred a passion in Mistress Burbage. She's been trying to move to me.
On my word. But surely, Mr. Bell, if Mistress Burbage's attentions occasion you discomfort, you have merely to tell her so. Make it plain you wish your relationship to remain professional, and bid her abstain from any amorous advances.
You what? Nay, sir. If I hear her, she'll be vexed and I could lose my job. Know you what I mean?
Ah, I see, yes. If she were to take umbrage, she might use her influence over her husband to prevent you from getting work. Well, I do have a recipe for a very effective aphrodisiac. Nay? Then let us see what the stars advise. How might Humphrey Bell calm the ardour of Mistress Burbage without it costing him his career?
How might I calm the ardor of Mistress Burbage, Richard Burbage's wife? Mistress Burbage has a choleric temperament when it comes to affairs of the heart. She prefers to be the one in charge. Mars, this suggests an imbalance of choler, yellow bile, Leo, ruler of the heart. Mistress Burbage is troubled with a habit for indulging in lustful passions. Mercury, this represents a habit. Jupiter, this represents an imbalance of blood. Scorpio, ruler of the reproductive system. Yeah, but it doesn't tell me what to do, though.
It would seem Mistress Burbage's behaviour can be attributed to her excessive sanguinity. To wit, there is an imbalance of blood in her body. It compels her towards an indulgence in lustful passions.
What do you mean, like? She's ill or something? Her grabbing me backstage and trying to beg me, 'tis an imbalance of blood making her do all that. So, how do I help her fix her problem then?
Her problem? Oh, nay, Mistress Burbage is not ill. Forsooth, indulging in her lustful passions is a most healthsome pursuit, which doubtless brings her much pleasure. Indeed, the only person who has a problem with her lustful activities is you.
You what?
Perchance you could find a means of adding cooling and drying foods to the lady's diet to counteract the fiery moistness of her sanguinity. I suggest myrtle berries, lettuce, and mallows.
Methinks I can add them plants to the morning potage she takes during rehearsal, and if that don't make her move from me, I might start adding poison in it.
Uh-oh. Querent Humphrey Bell, seen October 15th, 1603 at 12. The wife of one of the querent's bosses had designs upon his person, and he wished to know how to calm her ardor. I did judge Mistress Burbage as having a habit for lustful passions, and advised the querent to introduce cool, drying foods into her diet. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Yay! I have so many. Next time Mistress Burbage stokes the fire and tells me to take off my doublet, I'll tell her. I'll tell her man's not hot in it. I don't know what that means, bud. Mail. Sir, I have the best of tidings. I have managed to use my influence to ensure my husband is safe from the executioner's block. Indeed, my petitioning of courtiers and their wives have been so successful that the royal court is now abuzz with talk of the innocence of Captain Fortescue, and how he has been the victim of a gross miscarriage of justice. A sonnet upon the subject has been composed, and I hear tell that Mr. Shakespeare intends to write a play about it. Your most grateful of querents, Sybil Fortescue. Cool. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Nice.
Lancelot Moore is doubtless a fool, yet men of his class are destined to rule. They tell us 'tis but the order of things, as is the divine right of kings.
All right.
Good even, Mr. Moore. How may I do you service?
I have a mind to take up a profession and would have your counsel on it. For I must say, your advice thus far has been most excellent. Counselling me not to marry that sly succubus Emma Dyer did veritably save my life. Indeed, I have heard it rumoured that her husbands have a lamentable habit of dying, if you follow my meaning. In short, their deaths are most unnatural and not at all accidental. Do you understand what I'm telling you, Forman?
Aye, I do, Mr. Moore. Pray afford me a moment to recover from the excess of shock and surprise I do feel upon being told of the lady's true nature. Now, you say you wish to take up a profession. 'Tis a military career you're considering, I presume? You wish to distinguish yourself in battle?
Nay, 'tis a career in the church. I have a mind to take holy orders.
You wish to become a clergyman? Pray tell, how came you by this notion?
'Twas given me by the top dog himself, the Archbishop of Canterbury. He's a hunting chum of my father's. Aye, the Archbishop is a crack shot with a musket. You should see him at it, Forman. Give the man half an hour and a pouch of lead shot, and he'll turn your duck pond into duck soup. It seems the Archbishop has had his eye on me for quite some time.
Verily, indeed.
He says I show great promise, and that under his personal tutelage I should rise very rapidly. He even said he has a mind to make me Bishop of Salisbury.
Ah, yes, the much-coveted bishopric of Salisbury.
But before I make my final decision, Forman, I thought I'd better come to you first.
Aye, very wise of you. Then let us see what the stars foretell. Would my querent, Lancelot Moore, enjoy success as a clergyman?
Ugh, I hate him. Would I find success in the Church of England? Vile hidden motives are at work. Promises will be broken. Uranus in detriment in retrograde. This represents wickedly going back on one's word. House of hidden motives. Moore's ambitions are misguided. He's being unrealistic about his suitability for the church. Mars. This represents a young man, Lancelot Moore. Neptune in detriment in Virgo. This suggests someone is out of touch with reality. House of ambitions. Serving under the Archbishop would be unpleasant. The Sun. This represents an authority, the Archbishop. Venus in detriment in Scorpio. This suggests unpleasantness. House of service to others. Good angels would transform Moore, turning him away from his present course of idleness and dissipation. Pluto in retrograde. This shows a transformative change. House of good angels. God will help Moore with women. The Moon. This represents women. House of God's help. London will resound with flattering gossip of Moore's piety and seriousness, thus enhancing his romantic appeal. Mercury in detriment in Sagittarius. This represents gossip. Saturn. This represents seriousness. Jupiter domicile in Sagittarius. This represents religious piety. House of love and romance. This one I feel like is more realistic. I don't know. He might get pissy though.
May I discourse frankly, sir, as someone who has guided you these many years past?
Yea, I suppose so.
Have you considered that your particular tastes and proclivities might be ill-suited to a life of service in the church?
My tastes and proclivities? Ha! If you only knew of the tastes and proclivities indulged at the Archbishop's Palace in Lambeth. I would tell you what they are, Forman, but what occurs at Lambeth Palace bides.
At Lambeth Palace. Yes, I'm well aware. But as for his offering you the bishopric of Salisbury, well, the stars do indicate that His Grace has promised the bishopric of Salisbury to every dean from here to the Isle of Man. He is unlikely to ever grant it to you.
Verily? He has? How very wrong of the Archbishop to make promises he does not keep. You were very right to warn me of this, for I do not think I could bide the company of such a man for long. I thank you, Forman. You have served me well this day.
Okay, I thought he'd be mad about that. Querent, Lancelot Moore. Scene, November 12th, 1603 at 5. The querent did wish to know whether he would find success if he were to pursue a career in the Church of England. I did warn the querent against pursuing a career in the church. Methinks the querent was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. It is just as well. It would have been a shame to hide my figure under those shapeless clergyman's robes.
Here comes crafty Emma. What does she ask for now? Many times our wisdom is needed to say despite her sins, may she be saved the rest of what God gave. Here comes crafty Emma. What does she ask for now?
Oh, God.
God give you good day, madam.
Good day to you, sir, and well met.
And how fares your husband, Lady Dyer? I recall you were worried for his health.
'Twas the diabetes, the disease you judged him as having. He died from wounds that never healed.
You mean the wound on his lordship's hand? But I recall you saying it was quite small.
Oh, yes, that wound was, but he acquired many more. One evening, whilst we were summering at our country estate,
the stone railing of our balcony gave way, and he fell into some particularly thorny rose bushes.
Verily? How distressing. And he never recovered from the scratches?
Nay, 'twas most tragical and so forth.
Well, I am sorry to hear of your husband's passing, but, madam, are you quite well? You do not seem yourself this day, if I may remark on it.
Dr. Forman, I am more myself than you have ever seen me, for during these past years I have been playing a role that has served me well, to be sure, but I am grown tired of it. Indeed, I am not proud of my dissembling. I'm not proud of some other things besides.
And doubtless you are come to unburden yourself by confessing your, what those things are.
What? Nay, of course not. As I was saying, whilst my dissimulations have afforded me wealth and status, such a life as I have lived has not fulfilled me. For though I have been married many times and known many men, I have always lacked one important thing.
A moral compass?
And that thing is love. In short, I have found love, Dr. Forman, and the object of my affection is not one of these privileged popinjays I've met at the royal court. Nay, 'tis a real man, a man who knows what it is to make his own way in the world.
Oh, you mean to say... You mean you and I?
Verily, upon seeing him play Tamara in Titus Andronicus at the Globe one even, I was, well, my heart was took.
I see. You are in love with a player then, I take it.
Aye, and I wish to marry him. But first, I would know whether such a match be advisable. Is our love true, or is my considerable coin and property where his true affections lie? Such a deception would not surprise me in truth.
Well, nay, doubtless it would not. Let us see whether the stars can tell us.
Well, Emma killed all her husbands? What the heck? Should I marry the young player who has won my heart? Emma's bow hides evil intentions. Uranus falling in Taurus. This indicates evil, house of hidden motives. Emma's head has been turned. She is deluded in her hopes. Neptune in detriment in retrograde. This suggests being out of touch with reality, house of hopes. The mind of Emma's beloved is on the coin he would inherit when Emma dies. Mercury, this indicates intelligence, house of wills and inheritance. If Emma and I were romantic partners, I would not trust her. The sun in detriment in Aquarius. This indicates untrustworthiness. Venus. This represents a romantic partner. House of relationship with Querent. Emma's duty as a wife would be impossible to fulfill. The moon falling in Scorpio. This suggests being impossible to please. House of duties. It is cruel to deprive a man of children. Mars in detriment in Libra. This indicates cruelty. House of unborn children. Emma's relationship with her young man has changed her. Pluto. This represents perspective and transformation. House of relationships. A marriage between Emma and her beau would be faithful and enduring. Jupiter, domicile in Sagittarius. This suggests faithfulness. Saturn. This represents time and aging. House of marriage. Let's just be optimistic, shall we?
The stars bless the match between you and the young man.
They do not think it would be bad for him in some way. They do not judge.
The chart indicates that your relationship with this young man has changed you. It would be a faithful, lasting marriage.
Verily? I must own I dared not expect such a happy ending to my story. I thank ye heartily, Dr. Forman.
Aww. Okay, why is 4 blocked out? That's weird. Querent, Emma Sharp. Scene, January 23rd, 1604 at 12. The Querent did wish to know whether she should marry the young player she is in love with. I did advise the Querent to marry her young beau. Methinks the Querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Yay! I shall this even to the playhouse go, and ask my Humphrey to ask me to marry him.
Humphrey Bell, our thoughts we must disclose. Though your acting is fine, you wear too many clothes. 'Tis hot, revive not, sit down, recline upon this couch and take a little wine.
Good day, Mr. Bell. I see here in my notes the last time you came 'twas for counsel regarding Mistress Burbage and her tender advances.
Aye, and the advice you gave me to cool her down and that worked her treat. Since I've been putting them herbs in her potage, she spends so much time in the privy, I hardly ever see her now.
That is... Well, I am glad my advice achieved the desired outcome and Mistress Burbage is no longer bothering you.
'Tis about another lady I'm come this day. 'Tis a member of the audience who comes to all my performances and brings me flowers and sweetmeats. A mature lady. A widow, innit?
Another one? On my word, you are most ill-fortuned, Mr. Bell. Verily, are no young players safe these days from being preyed upon by lecherous old ladies?
'Tis not all ladies, Dr. Forman. Not this one, anyways. Emma ain't like any of the other ladies I've met. In truth, Dr. Forman, we wish to be wed. I love her, innit?
Then what is your trouble?
Well, I've heard tell of some vexing things. There are them that say she has a heart of stone and only marries to get her hands on a man's money, though I have none, and she be rich. But she has been widowed many times, and there's even a rumour saying she's had a hand in her husband's deaths.
Oh, verily? How shocking.
Aye, I must own to being a trifle shook by it, and maybe a bit excited as well, but mainly shook, innit?
Doubtless you are, for 'tis most frightening if there be any truth to these rumours. We must consult the stars and see whether it be wise for you to marry. Should Humphrey Bell wed this wealthy widow, and what will become of him if he does?
I think he should. Should I marry the wealthy widow? The lady's psychotic instincts regarding the amassing of wealth have changed. Neptune in detriment in retrograde. This indicates a reversal of a psychosis. House of wealth. The rumors about the lady are cruel. Mars in detriment in Libra. This suggests cruelty. House of rumors. Humphrey can expect a pleasant inheritance from this lady, as she is very rich. Venus exalted in Pisces. This suggests pleasantness. House of wills and inheritance. In time, and if he keeps faith, Humphrey will have children with this lady. Jupiter domicile in Sagittarius. This advises faith. Saturn. This represents time. House of children. Beneath her gentle exterior, the lady harbors hidden motives. The moon domicile in Cancer. This represents a gentle woman. House of hidden motives. A death will occur on the couple's honeymoon. Pluto. This indicates death. House of journeys. The lady has a creative approach to marriage and is not to be trusted. The sun in detriment in Aquarius. This suggests untrustworthiness. Mercury. This represents creativity. House of marriage. Yeah, whatever.
Mr. Bell, it has been my privilege to guide you over the years, in matters of work and in life. Wisely, I hope, but certainly with the greatest sense of care for your well-being. Indeed, I have come to think of you as a father might think of a son. 'Tis a responsibility I have not taken lightly, and in loco parentis, as it were, I feel an obligation to...
Sir, begging your pardon, sir, but I'm going to stop you right there, because I need to know, innit? Should I marry Emma or not?
Yes, I believe you may safely marry this lady, Mr. Bell. The stars suggest the rumours you did hear about her are needlessly cruel.
So this all lies then?
Well, not quite all lies, nay. The stars do also indicate that the lady was formerly most fixated upon the acquisition of money, though it would seem she no longer harbours such pecuniary passions, such as is consistent with her desire to marry a penniless player such as yourself.
Sir, then 'tis decided. I shall marry my dear, sweet Emma. I'd be honoured if you came to see us wed, Dr. Forman, if you be not too busy in that.
The honour shall be all mine, young Humphrey.
Aww. Querent, Humphrey Bell, seen February 11th, 1604 at 3. The querent did wish to know whether he should marry a wealthy widow. I did advise the querent to marry a wealthy widow, Lady Emma Dyer. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. Methinks I shall retire from the stage once I am wed. Mayhap do some charity work or something.
Many oft takes her young niece to the cockfighting pits. She prefers a hanging, though she readily admits. Viewed after drinking turnip wine until she's off her
I think this is the last one, hopefully.
Good morrow, Mistress Payne. It has been quite some time since I last saw you. Did you ever hear from the Archbishop? I recall your husband was intending to write to him, expressing your concerns about the Continentals.
Aye, we did write, but he never replied. Not that I am surprised, mind you, as they do say that Archbishop Whitgift is a very idle man, not to speak of the unsavoury goings-on within the walls of Lambeth Palace. They say that in the great dining hall the Archbishop and his guests do feast and carouse from dusk till dawn, and 'tis said that in some of the palace rooms they indulge in fornication and sodomitical sins.
Verily, indeed. Then, doubtless that leaves him very little time to reply to every...
Truly, methinks being surrounded by such decadence and corruption of the flesh is likely to have made the Archbishop very hard. Aye, bearing witness to so much vice would make a man very hard indeed. Hard, Dr. Forman? Insensible to the needs and difficulties of ordinary folk such as you and I. Verily, I do not wonder that such a hard man gave me no satisfaction. Which is why I am come to you this day, Dr. Forman. Something did trouble me last night, and I would have you tell me what it might have been.
I will if I can, madam. Prithee, describe it to me.
Well, at first was the noise of a boat that did awaken me. I got up out of bed and went to the window to see what was. As you know, on 4th Street we are right by the banks of the Thames. In the moonlight, I could just make out a ferry crossing the river, loaded up with large barrels.
And you thought it suspicious?
Aye, indeed, for the hour was very late and the boat's lamp was not lit. I did not wake Mr. Payne to ask his opinion, for, in truth, he has told me he wishes to hear no more about the things I see from our window. So, I am come to you, for I can have no rest until I know who those men were and what they were doing. Who knows what foul deeds may be afoot in Lambeth Town? Mayhap the men I saw were Catholic spies, engaging in some manner of nefarious plot against the realm.
Then let us see. What does God have to say regarding this boat you saw crossing the Thames last night? Was it some kind of elaborate Catholic plot, or is there a more likely explanation?
I saw a boat crossing the Thames in the dead of night. Are they Catholic plotters? Mistress Payne is unpleasant and delusional. Venus falling in Virgo. This suggests unpleasantness. Neptune in detriment in Virgo. This represents delusions. House of the Querent. Mistress Payne wants to change the world. That is the legacy she intends to leave. Pluto. This represents transformation. House of Legacy. Mistress Payne is unhappy with her children. They are doubtless grown up and are now neglecting her. The moon in detriment in Capricorn. This represents an unhappy woman, Mary Payne. House of Children. The goods the boat was transporting were of questionable provenance. Mars, detriment in Libra. This suggests untrustworthiness. House of Possessions. The information should be reported to the authorities. Ideally, a friend or acquaintance with some connection to them. The Sun. This represents authority. House of Friendship. The boat's journey was undertaken for evil purposes. Uranus falling in Taurus. This indicates evil. The ambitions of disloyal, untamed forces are at play here. Jupiter domicile in retrograde. This suggests faithfulness in reverse. Saturn in retrograde. This represents constraint in reverse. House of Ambitions. I'm just going to do this one. I have 45 out of 100. I'm not going to get a letter from her. And she is miserable, so I don't care.
Madam, we must approach this in a calm, reasonable manner. If a grand plot against the realm were afoot, is it likely that it would be taking place at the end of your street? How now, Mistress Payne? There is surely a perfectly innocent explanation for a boat with a broken lamp crossing a river at night.
Then the stars say 'twas no Catholic plotters at work.
Mistress Payne, I must wonder whether there be a reason for your grand imaginings of Catholics around every corner plotting against the English realm. Might this fixation be occasioned by painful affairs close to home that you would rather not think on? For instance, mayhap you have a son who has lately not writ you a letter. I do assure you, loneliness at your time of life is quite normal. Many women in your situation do oft call upon their doctors when they feel...
Hold, sir. I am a very busy woman and I take my responsibility to my community most seriously. I have not the time for, nor do I appreciate your idle speculations regarding my domestic affairs. Mark me, Dr. Forman, if it verily was a band of Catholic conspirators I saw last night, 'twill not be the last we hear of them.
I literally don't care. Ah, damn, one more time. Clear it. Mary Payne, scene, July 11th, 1604 at 9. The querent did wish to know whether a boat crossing the Thames in the middle of the night was part of some Catholic plot against the realm. I did dispel my querent's fanciful notion that the boat she saw crossing the Thames was part of a Catholic plot by telling her it was all in her head. Methinks the querent took my advice rather ill. What was the name they called the Continentals in the pamphlet I read? Waffle-faced tulip huggers, methinks? Such japes. Japes?
Hear ye, hear ye! Catholic terror plot to blow up Parliament foiled! Gunpowder barrels discovered in cellar! Hear ye!
Oh my god! Crap! Disturbing reports just in from Westminster that barrels of gunpowder were discovered in a cellar under the Houses of Parliament late last night. Sources indicate that this gunpowder plot was a Catholic conspiracy led by Robert Catesby and assisted by a Continental by the name of Guido Fawkes. Oops.
'Tis well to jest at merry pain, 'tis well to sneer and mock, until her views become the norm, then 'twill be quite a shock. But for now let's laugh at her and how her niece laughs. How her niece laughs, la 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 la.
Okay.
Good day, Mistress Payne. You seem in good cheer.
That I am, Dr. Forman. This day I am taking my niece on a lovely outing to see the cockfighting in Vauxhall.
Ah, there is a cockpit in Vauxhall now, is there?
Aye, and a very fine one. And I did think we need a nice day out to turn our minds away from that terrible affair of the Catholics plotting to blow up the Houses of Parliament. And my niece does so love the cocks.
Doubtless, madam. And the gunpowder plot was indeed a terrible business.
They say it was the doings of a group of young Catholic nobles from the Midlands, do they not? And that the gunpowder was ferried across the Thames at Lambeth under cover of darkness. Doubtless, 'twas the very same boat I did tell you about, Dr. Forman. And as I recall, 'twas your opinion that what I saw was naught but an idle fancy. On my honour, Dr. Forman, I warrant you would not be so quick to dismiss my concerns now. Indeed, after this frightening affair with the gunpowder, many folks in Lambeth are paying heed to my warnings about Catholics and Continentals.
Doubtless, madam, but this day your concern should be your health. For I do remark that your eyes are red and irritated in appearance, and you seem troubled with a hacking cough. For how long have you had these troubles?
Only these past few days, and as well as my eyes and my cough, I do also find it a trifle vexing to breathe.
Then let us now consult the stars. What ails Mistress Mary Payne?
What? My eyes itch, I cough, and I find it hard to breathe. What ails me? The querent is suffering from bloodshot eyes, a condition characterized by red, itchy eyes. Pluto in retrograde. This indicates the illness will get worse before it gets better. Nope. The querent's lungs have been harmed by the inhalation of noxious odors. The moon in retrograde. This suggests the illness is temporary. Gemini, ruler of the lungs. The querent is suffering from the green sickness, a disease that can provoke short-windedness owing to a buildup of venereal frustration. Mercury, this indicates a psychological factor. Scorpio, ruler of the reproductive system. I don't want to piss her off.
Ah, madam, your symptoms are occasioned by noxious odours. Most likely you did lately inhale a large volume of smoke. Mayhap your chimney requires cleaning.
Indeed it does not, Dr. Forman. My cleanliness is unimpeachable. I have my maidservant scour the house from top to bottom every day.
Ah, then I cannot be sure what has occasioned your... Hold. What is that acrid odour? Methinks it does emanate from your clothing. Madam, have you been taking part in the anti-Catholic pogroms that Lambeth has witnessed these past days? The burning of houses and shops. The lynching of priests from trees upon Lambeth Green.
Mayhap I have, and what of it? You should be congratulating me and my ilk for keeping you safe, and for sending a clear message to those Catholics who would plot against our Parliament and blow us up with gunpowder.
Madam, these Catholics are our neighbours, our colleagues, and our friends. I beseech you to consider your actions, madam. Are not Catholics people too, just as we are? If you prick them, do they not bleed?
Aye, and their flesh does burn the same and all. I fear I do not follow your reasoning, Dr. Forman.
Are they not subject to the same diseases, healed by the same cures as we are? And if not cured, then, alas, taken so soon, so needlessly. I did never have the chance to... Oh, my sweet Avis, can you ever forgive me?
Is something the matter with you, Dr. Forman? On my honour, you do seem most troubled. Mayhap you should be going to consult with a doctor yourself. God keep you well, Dr. Forman. Blessed day.
Oh no, did his son with Avis die? Querent Mary Payne. Seen November 26, 1605 at 9. The querent did present with a cough, difficulty breathing, and irritation of the eyes. I did diagnose inhalation of noxious odors. Methinks the querent was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Mayhaps we make a list of which shops and taverns are Catholic-owned. Methinks our actions could be a trifle more organized.
Hear ye! Hear ye! London struck by plague. Playhouses closed by order of the king. Hear ye!
Be advised that if you are experiencing any of the following plague symptoms, fever, abdominal pain, lumps on your groin oozing foul pus, send word to local authorities and a team of carpenters will be dispatched to your place of residence to board up your house so that you may not roam about infecting others. Please ensure dead loved ones are ready to be deposited in the plague cart when it passes each evening. Corpses deposited on the street outside of collection hours will incur a fine of 1 shilling.
He hath wrought his vengeance and justice, and death, with God, forsooth, is that not your job?
I keep thinking it's over. And then it keeps going.
God give you good day, your grace. How fare you this...
Know you whether the plague will reach as far as Lambeth? Have you seen it in the stars?
Ah, the plague that has begun to spread throughout London. Rest assured, your grace, if the plague does indeed reach Lambeth, the people of Lambeth will have me, Dr. Simon Forman, at their service. My renowned strong water cure will doubtless be required.
I bid you, read the stars for me now. Will or will it not reach Lambeth?
Of course, as it pleases your grace. Let us see what the stars have to say. Will the London plague reach beyond the city walls to Lambeth?
Please let this be the last one for this jerk. Will this new London plague reach as far as Lambeth? The rumors of the plague reaching Lambeth are not credible. Neptune in detriment and retrograde. This represents being out of touch with reality. House of Rumors. Death from the plague is God's punishment for our sins. Pluto, this represents death, house of God's punishment. The Archbishop has nothing to fear from the plague. He has but to exercise patience and the threat will pass. Saturn domicile in Capricorn. This advises patience, house of known enemies. It is the Archbishop's duty to stay in Lambeth and help fight the plague. Mars, this advises war, house of duties. Lambeth society may be peaceful now, but people can behave unpredictably during a grave health crisis. Venus domicile in Taurus, this indicates calm. Uranus falling in Taurus, this represents extreme unpredictability, house of friendships. The Archbishop must embark upon a voyage. The Sun, this represents an authority. The Archbishop, house of travel. Whatever, man.
Ah, yes. The stars are most clear on the matter. Very clear indeed.
Then what do they say? Tell me!
Well, before I give you my answer, I would have your decision on granting me that medical license we spoke of on your previous visits. I am sorry, Your Grace, but I must insist upon it.
I would gladly do so, but I find my hands tied due to various episcopal and doctrinal... As I see you are determined not to let the matter rest, I will speak true. Some years ago, the Queen's physician, Dr. Richard Smith, did write me a letter on behalf of the College of Physicians. He warned me in the strongest terms against granting you a medical license. So you see, I cannot grant you a license without raising the ire of the College of Physicians.
But...
Now, Dr. Forman. Doubtless you are thinking that a man of my position, one of the most powerful men in England, should not be so easily put off by such a letter. However, and methinks you know this from your own experience, the college is a terrifying organization that will stop at nothing to get their way. One would be better off defying the Queen herself than the licensed doctors of London. For whilst our Lord God in heaven may be merciful, the College of Physicians is not.
Aye, verily, I must own that what you say is very true.
But mayhap I will furnish you with a letter of recommendation to the University of Cambridge. They may confer upon you a medical degree, and thereby a medical license.
I thank you, Your Grace.
Now, prithee, answer my question.
I have bad news, Your Grace. Lambeth will not escape the plague this time. Things are quiet now, but as I learned during the plague of '92, events may change apace. You must leave Lambeth before it's too late.
I feared as much. I must begin preparations for the removal of the palace household to Sussex.
Before you go, Your Grace, I believe you were intending to write me a letter of recommendation.
Well, indeed, I will reflect on the quality of advice you have given me over the years, and if I judge that you have acted with some skill, then I will have my chaplain draft you a letter of recommendation and have it sent to you. Good day, Dr. Forman.
Querent, John Whitgift, seen March 7th, 1606 at 12. The querent did wish to know whether the plague, which had lately begun to spread through London, will reach as far as Lambeth. I did inform the querent that the plague would reach Lambeth soon, and advise him to leave while he still can. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. Okay, good. I will deliver a sermon on the lessons we might learn from Noah and the flood. Please be the last one. Mail. Sir, I thank you for your recent submission of several letters of recommendation. I am pleased to inform you that these letters, being of sufficient quality and number, have been credited towards the obtention of a medical degree. Please find enclosed your license to practice medicine. John Cowell, Vice Chancellor, University of Cambridge. Yes! We got one!
Forman gained a license to everyone's surprise. A true and proper doctor at last legitimized. But now he's risen not so far from whence he began. We'll be common folk still, see Forman as our man.
Yay!
You cannot board up my house! 'Tis not a plague house! You are mistaken! I do not have the plague! Let me out of here! Know you not who I am, you fools? I am Simon Forman, Doctor of Astrology and Physic! Fie upon those ungrateful wretches! Have I not always been there for them when they needed me? Am I not the doctor who risked his life to cure them during the plague of '92, when all the other doctors and their high-born friends fled London and left them to die? Indeed, mayhap next time I will think again before risking my life in the service of the townsfolk, if this is the way I'm to be repaid. And forsooth, if my deeds are so easily forgotten by the living, what chance is there for my work to be remembered by generations to come? What will the world know of me once I'm gone?
How will I be remembered after I die? This speaks of quiet violence enacted by a genteel woman with hidden motives. Moon exalted in Taurus. This represents a well-mannered lady. Uranus falling in Taurus. This represents a violent event. Venus domicile in Taurus. This represents quietness, house of hidden motives. I will be remembered for having given something valuable to a psychopath to hide somewhere. Forsooth, how strange. Whatever could that be? A potion comprised of costly ingredients? Neptune in detriment in Virgo. This represents psychosis, house of hidden valuables. My name will be mentioned in court during a famous legal battle. Mars, this represents combat, house of legal confrontations. It will be a long time before my ingenious contributions are properly recognized by historians. Saturn domicile in Capricorn. This advises patience, house of legacy. Good angels will ensure the manner of my death serves as a testament to the intelligence, accuracy, and soundness of my methods as an authority in the field of astrological science. The Sun exalted in Aries. This represents a trustworthy authority. Pluto, this represents death. Mercury, this represents intelligence, house of good angels. My relationship with myself will change when I embark upon a voyage. To wit, my death will occur while traveling. Jupiter, this represents a voyage. House of relationship with Querent. Sure, Simon.
What does this say? I will die while on a voyage. But I never go on voyages. Unless taking a boat across the Thames counts as such. Ah, I believe I have just predicted the manner of my own death. Well then, I had better note that down in my casebook, so that after my death 'twill be clear how truthful and accurate my astrological predictions verily are. For indeed, 'tis sure that after my death my casebooks will be pored over and studied with great interest. For my work is of great historical importance, and now that I have a medical license, not even the College of Physicians has the power to discredit me. But if I am to go forth into the world to make any further contributions to the advancement of medical science, I must find a way to pry these wretched boards off my front door. William! William! Fetch me a crowbar!
Querent, Simon Forman, scene April 10th, 1606 at 8. I did wish to know how I would be remembered in years to come. I did predict the manner of my own demise. I will be crossing the Thames in a boat. If you be a historian reading this, pray take careful note.
They call a quack. They said this man has to get his life.
That's
and
awesome.
make the doubters
Cross out a
see
true and
that
really
he
ridiculous
without a
story.
best doctor in the city is not.
Okay. That was awesome. I actually love that game. I'm sorry this was such a long episode. I just wanted to get it done. It's a very long game. I didn't know Simon Forman was a real person, and I love that he actually had case books, and maybe all of these people he wrote about were real people. And that's actually really, really cool. I had so much fun playing this, and I hope that you did too. Please like and subscribe, it would mean so much to me, and I will see you later.